Thank you very much for staying with your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso here on SABC3. Let's talk health. Your immune system. We know that it is your body's defense against infections and other harmful invaders. Now, without it, you would constantly get sick from germs such as bacteria or viruses. It's a fact. But what factors contribute to a weakened immune system, and how does it affect our overall well-being? That's a good question. That's why we're chatting this morning to Medical Officer Dr. Fezile Mkhize about factors that damage our immune system and how we can repair it. But what are some of the factors that can really negatively affect our immune system?
How your system works is pretty much how your immune system is going to work. So a lot of the stuff that optimizes your health is going to also optimize your immune system. So some of the 5 kind of key factors that I'd say should be highlighted when we're talking about it is 1, your sleep-wake cycle. So that's your circadian cycle, which is pretty much 24 hours. You need at least 7 hours. Some people might take 6, but really 7 hours being the minimum to allow your body to just relax. You're sleeping, your cortisol levels, which is a hormone that directly affects whether the immune system is going to be working well or not. It actually ends up dropping, and they found studies that it improves while you're sleeping over and above all the other things that you get from kind of resting and allowing your body to recover. Second being water. We're made up about 75 to 78% of water, and a lot of the reactions and things that happen within our body are very much predicated on us getting an adequate amount of water in. So that looks like anything from 2 to 2.5 liters, and that's if you're not running, you're not doing extra kind of work. You need to get that in, or your body is not going to work properly. And then the third one being adequate nutrition. Health is so tied in with what you eat, because that's the interface you have with the body, and it also is the fuel that you give your body. So I'm always telling people, make sure you're having whole foods, not overly processed foods. Try cut out sugar because it has such a detrimental effect on your body, but trying to make sure you eat the right type of foods. And then from there, good hygiene, washing your hands has become the cornerstone of what we tell people now during this time of the pandemic, but it's always been something that we tell people at least 20 seconds when you're washing your hands, or walk around with a hand sanitizer. And all of these things pretty much help you when you're talking about making sure that your immune system is fortified.
But let's talk about how these factors then damage our immune system. So when we're not sleeping enough, when we're not resting enough, when we're malnutritioned, how does that weaken our immune system? And if continuously exposed to obviously all of these negative effects, what long-term damage can this cause?
I have to say, I'm so proud of you, Tabs. You said malnutrition. It just means that you've been having enough doctors here. I just could send you a bunch of scrubs. You can start taking over the segment.
Please, if you can send me a stethoscope, and I'd like to pick from a variety of colors, maybe a burgundy one. Yes, please.
No, when we're talking about an immune system that isn't working optimally, it means that you're now exposed to a whole host of issues. 1, your immune system doesn't just regulate the infections that are there. It also ties in with being able to modulate stress levels. It also helps when we're talking about gut health, how well your gut is going to function. These are all things that could be potentially kind of leading to catastrophic events, where then you do get sick on the background of all of these things that are happening, and then you end up in the hospital needing long stays. It's always really, really important to make sure that you're looking at yourself holistically, so everything intact, but the immune system is pretty much the holistic system.
What are some of the more serious complications when it comes to immune disorders that can be reversed, if they can be reversed at all?
So immune disorders is a kind of an umbrella term for actually diseases that a lot of people may have. But I always say, as we've been talking about the immune system, people who may be predisposed to immune disorders, it's just always important to highlight those things. It's not a very expensive way of living, but it's one where if you conscientiously do all those 5 points or those 4 points that we talked about, you'd be able to fortify your immune system over and above any medication you need to take.
Stay healthy, Dr. Fez. Now, IMMUENZA is giving away some amazing experiences up to the value of 5,000 Rand each. Listen to this: skydiving, personalized food food experiences with a chef, advanced driving, or even shark cage diving, all you have to do is to reply to the IMMUENZA competition post on the Expresso Facebook page or Twitter page and tell us why it's important that your immune system is always strong. Make sure to use the hashtag IMMUENZA, and the competition closes on the 10th of November at midnight. Terms and conditions can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Good luck.
Looking for immune support? Remain at your peak all year round with IMMUENZA.